All right. So today I'm going to talk to you about signs that the lady is cheating. If she's cheating, you have to opt out because you are wasting your time and most definitely wasting your money. All right. Some of the stats I'm going to talk about today is more going to be about changes. That she was a certain way and all of a sudden she's completely different. So if you recognize how she's, changing and that doesn't seem like the lady you knew some time back, then she's more or less or cheating. I'm not saying that everything I say about this lady means she's cheating. She might be going through hard times. She might be, busy overall with a project which she really needs to meet a deadline. Okay. Whatever the case is, you have to read in between the lines and know where you stand. That's what I'm saying. Without further ado, my name is Agdad and welcome back to my channel. Feel free to follow if you want more of this content. Let's jump right into it. Tip number one is a woman that is protective with her phone. Maybe she has always been protective, but maybe she's been cheating all this while, who knows? Or maybe when you met her, she didn't even have this passcode on her phone. Everything was just free between you guys, but all of a sudden she wouldn't even pick up your phone when you are around or spend more time with you. She spent less time. This time around, she spends all her time on social media. She doesn't even communicate with you that much. She's just too obsessed over her phone. There's actually something wrong, precisely. That's what I'm trying to say. For all you know, she might be texting somebody else, making plans while you are there thinking that you wouldn't catch her. Okay. That's what she's doing and that's what's going on. Again, maybe she was used to, receiving messages being spelled out, who exactly sent the message, the type of message she has received. But all of a sudden, it appears on the screen that you have a new message. Okay. It doesn't really spell out the kind of message she has received. It just says you have a new message. It doesn't even tell you who that is. All right. You know them well that there's something going on, and she has changed the settings of the phone just for you not to see what is going on, right? And that's quite strange. Tip number two, she doesn't want to spend any more time with you. She was pretty much all over you. There is no circumstances where you will go somewhere without her presence, right? But nowadays you don't even see her. Maybe you used to, see her 3 to 4 times a week, but this time around she just gives you just a day. It is quite suspicious. And tip number three, it could, actually be the opposite where she was over pampering you. So for instance, do you need this baby? Do you need that baby? When she wasn't usually like that, that's not how she was. Okay. But now all of a sudden she's over pampering you. It's not as if she has changed her behavior and decided that, oh, okay, I'm going to do this to be a good girlfriend. No, that's not the case. Because she feels guilty. It's because she's cheating on you and she wants to make sure that you have no complaints or whatsoever to accuse her of anything. Okay, she's taking care of you and that's the best thing that could ever happen to you. But anyway, guys, over pampering is very weird. That is not who she is. She's actually cheating. I think you should be careful of that. Tip number four, she gives you too many details. Okay, now when she goes out, she wants to tell you when she's coming back, who she's going out with, what she's going to do. Back then, it's not something she does. Okay, it's so quite strange, especially if she wasn't doing that and all of a sudden she has given you, all these details. That means she's not giving you the room to even ask any questions. She has already figured everything out in her head, and clearly that's what is going on, right? She is not going to the places she earlier on told you. She's going to this new guy's place to do whatever it is they want, right? But she is telling you all this information because she don't want you to ask any questions. So just be prepared, okay? And this actually reminds me of what my school teacher once said. If you lie today, you must pack up about 10,000 of it to lie every blessed day because it's not going to finish. And to her, she has actually lied to cover all the basics for you not to have any cause to ask her anything or to have any doubt clearly, okay? And that's actually a big sign of a cheat, right? Tip number five is she is uncertain. It could be the other way around by studying how she was regularly. If she was the type that tells you everything about her, and all of a sudden now when you ask her where are you going, I'm not so sure. What type of good friends are you going? I don't know exactly. So for the purposes of this video, we are going to name this guy as Michael. You have no idea about this Michael. Clearly that's who she's going to see. Okay, and this Michael is another guy who she has decided to cheat with, right? And I must state that she's about to get herself taken care of by this another guy. It is quite weird, and that is not who she is. She's trying to be somebody else, so you must be careful about that. Number six, if she goes missing for hours. Okay, so example, where have you been? Why didn't you call me to come pick you up? Oh, then she gives a deceitful answer. Oh, my phone was dead. Where she knows clearly that her phone wasn't dead. It was either switched to plane mode or switched off. But since when did she go missing for hours? You know that's not who she is. But why is she doing this all of a sudden, right? She is cheating. Tip number 7, she dodges your affection or your kisses. So when you try to kiss her or whatever, she gives you excuses. Oh, I'm not ready. I haven't brushed my teeth since morning. She always comes up with excuses in order for her not to what? Kiss or for you to touch her. All right. And that's a big sign, right? Tip number 8, there's a decrease of your sexual intercourse with her, right? That is when she either limits or she doesn't want to have sex with you any longer. She was this lady who was pretty much, crazy around you, always in bed. You guys could have multiples of sex and nothing would ever happen. You were very much okay. She's already having sex with somebody else. I must say this. All of a sudden, there are instances where it's circumstantial, where you have to sit and look deep inside of your situation and know how to, resolve it. But if it boils down to the point I'm outlining here, that means most likely she is what? Cheating, right? Tip number 9, when she's accusing you of cheating, you were this guy who acting on the regular, right? You are not doing anything shady because you love this girl, you want to spend all your time with her. But all of a sudden she goes, I know you are cheating. I have this feeling that there's something going on. But know this, of course, people who always accuse others of cheating, frankly speaking, with the rule of thumb, those are the ones who are always cheating. Because those people are projecting their fears, thinking that what she's doing to you, you might be doing the exact same thing to her, right? So she's just checking up on you, sliding in your DMs, checking to see if everything is okay, checking on your whereabouts. Where are you going? With who you are going? What time are you spending with this lady? Time are you coming back home and all of that? Those questions that usually don't get asked by her, all of a sudden she's insecure because she knows that she's doing it. And for her to think that you are also doing the same thing, that is too weird. Okay. She's not doing that to make you feel better. She is very much afraid of what might also happen. That's why she's doing what she's doing. So be careful. Number 10 is always when she wants to fight with you. Okay. All of a sudden, everything you say tends to a fight. Everything you do tends to a fight. All right. Indirectly, in her head, that is giving her a reason not to stay or leave that relationship. That is why she tells you, I am teaching because we've always been fighting, just to cover up or validate her, shadiness, right? And sometimes she can hit you up with the idea that I am getting laid by somebody else because we've always been fighting in this relationship. And I don't think that is an excuse enough. If you are unhappy in a relationship, I think the best thing you can do to help the situation is to confront your partner and see how best you guys can resolve the situation, or better still, you think you are tired, you can opt out of the relationship and not claim that you are unhappy. That's why you are doing this shady stuff. No, right? Tip number 11 is, changes of schedules, plans, and priorities. You can name it. Okay. All of a sudden, she is busy with everything, where she tells you, oh, I must stay up late at work this evening. I might go and have dinner with my parents or my friends or my siblings. Where you know this girl for sure that it's something that she doesn't do. She doesn't hang out, with parents that much. You know her well enough to know that she doesn't even have those great friends she's talking about. But all of a sudden, she wants to hang out with a friends that you most likely don't know. That is a sign. Number 12, to stress on that same point, I think, a lady who all of a sudden have many friends and they are friends that you've never met before. So now you realize the dots have started what? Connecting, right? She might be talking to you about a co-worker at work. And again, for the purposes of this video, let's name that guy what? Michael. Michael is very interesting. Michael is very funny. She talks about this guy all of the time, all right? When you don't even ask and you sit to listen to this every blessed day. But once you don't hear about this Mike any longer, that means there's a problem. He's actually having sex with the guy. Okay, and she doesn't want to slip a tank whereby you get, suspicious about anything. So then she tries to hide about Mike. So you realize that in your conversations, Mike doesn't come up any longer because they have something going on. Initially, when she was talking about him, there wasn't anything going on. She wasn't cheating. But the moment that guy starts, having sex with her, she doesn't want to slip a tank. She keeps mute about the guy. She doesn't talk about him any longer. That is a great sign that there's something going on. Number 13, something very common is when she, starts hiding stuff. Okay, when she avoids the question you ask her, when she avoid eye contact and gives excuses that, oh, I'm busy washing the dishes, I'm busy cooking and all of that. And she's even bold enough to say that, why are you invading my privacy? Why do you want me to tell you everything? Initially, she used to tell you everything. When you ask, she will, open up and she tells you all the stuff that there is to listen to. Okay, you sit quietly and listen to everything, but all of a sudden she has changed. There is nothing to say. where she even tell you, "Ah, stop asking me these questions," where she tells you, "Don't I own my own privacy?" Guy, she's lying, so you better be very ready for everything, all right? And listen to this. If you have three or four of the points I've outlined here, you have to be ready to leave. There is no need for you to stay in this relationship. And in her mind, she has a real reason for cheating because she's unhappy. Is that it? There is no reason for you to cheat. Anybody who don't want to be with you should either leave or confront the situation here and see how best they can solve it. But if she's cheating with a coworker, doing this and stuff, things are not going to work out. So you must better what leave. And I think there is no reason to cheat on anybody when you don't want to be with that person. Okay, by just going on cheating, that's just borderline what wrong. And that's something I think you should never do. You have your own will to do whatever pleases you. I understand that, but cheating on people, well, so that's what I have for you guys today. I hope that your girl never cheats on you. And if she's cheating, that's the point I've outlined here. That these are some signs you have to, look out for. So you either don't waste your time or you don't waste your money. I'll see you guys again. Talk to you soon. Goodbye.